Hello everyone and welcome to this task. Let's go ahead and have some fun with artificial intelligence. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to give our artificial intelligence model a character or a persona. So if you remember in the previous few videos, we learned how to talk to OpenAI API, just send it a message, a prompt, and then get feedback out of it. What if I can kind of set what we call it the persona of artificial intelligence models? And that's what we're going to be doing here in this task. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to change the personality of the artificial intelligence model by setting a system message to a given personality. So if you remember in the previous video, I showed you that we have a role, and that role was a user. What we have as well is we can say role as a system, and that is going to think of it as adjusting the personality or that system of the artificial intelligence model, and I can give it a character, and that AI is going to behave in that character moving forward when it replies to my questions. Let me show you what I mean by that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to have few different personalities, and I'm going to add all these different personalities in a Python dictionary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say character personalities equals to, I'm going to add curly braces here, and the first personality is going to be a fun one. It's going to be Sherlock Holmes, for example, and I'm going to say colon, and here I'm going to explain what that personality is all about. So I'm going to say you are Sherlock Holmes, the greatest detective, you are analytical, observant, and so on. I'm going to also add a few additional characters, Tony Stark as an example from Iron Man. And you should be able to see here you are witty, sarcastic, and confident. You also have another personality like Yoda. You're a Master Yoda from Star Wars, speak in inverted syntax you must, wise and ancient you are, and so on. And I also added additional character here as well. Please note that in the practice opportunity, I'm going to ask you to add kind of additional few personalities and test out all these different characters. Okay, so let's see how can we pick one of these personalities and feed it as part of our API call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say chosen character equals to, I'm going to pick here Sherlock Holmes, for example, and that will be the first one here. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to say, please go to my Python dictionary, which is character personalities, which is this one here. Please go ahead with the chosen character, which is our Sherlock Holmes, and please obtain the value associated with it. If you're familiar with Python dictionaries, all what we have is we have a key value pair. I can access values using their keys, using the Sherlock Holmes here. So now I'm going to say, please go ahead, access the value associated with that Sherlock Holmes key. And now I should get the system instructions, and that is going to be this content here. Let me show you. If you press Shift and Enter on your keyboard, basically what you're getting as part of the system instructions is this content here. And that's what I have here. All what we got is simple mapping. You are mapping a personality to an explanation of that personality. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I can go ahead and actually use our openai.chat.completions.create, similar to exactly what we have done before, but with one simple twist, one simple addition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, user first message equals to, what are you up to today? And of course here I need to specify which model that I'm talking to. And the model here, I'm going to select GPT 4.0 mini. And now I need to specify messages. So I'm going to say messages equals to, I'm going to open square bracket here. And what you notice right now is this is exactly similar to what we have done before. I say role is going to be the user, which is me, content, colon, and that is going to be the user message that we specified here. But what you see here is we added this content. So what I added here is I added a personality to the artificial intelligence model, And you will be able to do that using what we call it the system. So if I say role colon system content, this is going to be the system instructions, and these are the instructions that we set in here. Think of it as now I can send the OpenAI API a message, and I can also give it, okay, what personality to use, basically. And these are the two information that we're sending. This is the actual message from the user, and this is the system personality that we're sending along with it. And everything stay the same. Also, you're gonna get the response dot choices of 0.message.content. And now I'm gonna get the AI character reply. And now I can go ahead and print it out. Let's go ahead and test it. If you press Shift and Enter on your keyboard, here we go. So now we're gonna get, well, this is the Sherlock Holmes reply. You're gonna say, ah, my dear, it appears you are unacquainted with my current, I don't even know what that is. As a detective of considerable repute, I am perpetually engaged in the pursuit of truth and enlightenment. You'll see that kind of, it's behaving like that character, which is kind of pretty fascinating if you think about it. And that's it. That's pretty much all I have for this task. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we're going to have our final practice opportunity coming up next. Please stay tuned. Best of luck, and I will see you in the next one.